With our supply lines coming in today, we need to get our assemblers online so we can make our reinforced plates, box frames, smart plating, rotors, get all of that going, and we will be expanding our factory floor. Let's get to it. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. Alrighty, I found some more limestone not too far from my base, but these are all nodes pretty close to each other. So we got 3 limestone nodes. We got one here, one right there, and then there's one slightly down below this rock. So we got 3 lines coming in. They merge, they split, they do their thing. So now we got a lot more concrete being produced. So this will really let us expand our pad out there. Because before all we had is 1 mine. Now we have 4 mines. So basically 4 times the output. So while this is producing, let's head out to the assembly factory and see what we can figure out over there. All right, we're in for a long walk. Let's go. Alrighty, here we are at the factory. As you can see, I brought in the supply lines for the screws, the rods, the plates. So now, if we go in here, we can show you exactly how things are set up. Don't know if this is final. I probably am gonna change this at some point. But yeah, this comes in, so this first layer is plates, then we got rods, then we got screws. And as you can see, at this point, if we wanted to make anything with these 3 items, all we need to do is put on a splitter, lift it up, and we are good to go. But before we do any of that, I really need to make this, like I said, a giant supply loop. And to do that, we need to expand this pad. But we're waiting on concrete. That's gonna take a while for me to get all the concrete I need to expand this out. As you can see, I did expand this out a little bit. Oh my God, this is quite a walk. Oh, I really need to get hypertubes because there's no way in heck I want to keep running this nonstop. So yeah, with the concrete I did have, I expanded this out quite a bit. This should be right up to this rock, so that way we can go up without getting in the way of that. But as you can see, we got little trees like this just sitting here. So when we expand this way, we're gonna run into all of these trees. So I think what we need to do, can I jump down here? So I think what we need to do is, while the concrete is producing, it does take quite a while. I need to come in here and just start sawing down, cutting down all these trees. So let me just get to it. I'll start cutting down all these trees, doing massive deforestation project. Get rid of all of this stuff, anything that's basically higher than this pad so it doesn't poke through. And then hopefully at that point, I have some concrete and I will try to build this out as much as I can. Again, a lot of busy work. It's probably gonna take me a couple hours to get all that concrete and to start chopping all of this down. So let me take care of a lot of that and we'll come back in with a little checkup on where I'm at. So hang in there, guys. Alrighty, so after a couple hours, I chopped down some trees, collected a whole mess of concrete, and with the help of this area actions mod, was easily able to expand this, but we're still waiting on all the concrete to be produced. So as you can see, not gonna walk all the way out there, but this pad goes pretty much out to that rock face over there. All the trees are cut down. Next step, I guess, is gonna be to build that way, but that's not super important right now. The main thing is, I need reinforced plates to be made. So I went up there, got some concrete, and built that up. I don't know why I keep filling this in. It always bugs me that it's open, but I really need to leave this open. I did build a jelly lander. So what we need to do, actually, before I even go up there, we need to go get like copper wire or cables and connect it to the power. So I think what we're gonna do is some way we're gonna use these wall outlets on the outside of the building. I guess we use the double wall outlets. We put it somewhere in this building and then we hook on, I guess, to the iron factory. I don't know if that's a good way to do it, or if maybe we should bring in power from somewhere else. But yeah, that's probably the easiest thing to do. Maybe I just build like this wall outlet here, I could do something like, where's the power at? I don't know, I could do something like that there. And then I could like build this around and kind of just build this across, connect it to this power. And then what we can do, actually, do I even have enough? I might have enough materials on me. We can connect this up and then I could start building power lines and go this way. All right, so this works. I think that's way too close. I think power lines can go a pretty far distance. Oh yeah, power lines go super far. So yeah, let's get it pretty far out. We can do it like here. Get it out here somewhere. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, too far. All right, build that there. Don't want to connect it to the jelly pad right there. I think we'll like build this here maybe. All right. Oh, that's not powered yet. It's not hooked up. But I need to bring this up. So I think what we need to do also is, I guess, build some walls. Oh, that's awesome. I can see it from here. Guess I could build walls there and there. I think that's lined up. We climb on the inside, so that doesn't really matter for that. Yeah, then we could do a double wall outlet somewhere up there. Click that. Do that. Okay, now we have power up there. Well, assuming I connect all this. So yeah, let me connect all of this. I am running out of materials. So let me go get like concrete cables, things like that. I'll connect this to the main base. And then we'll come back and I'll start to get some assemblers going and things like that. Oh boy. So yeah, we need to get reinforced plates going because I need to complete this loop. That's the main thing. This loop needs to get done so that way I can really start going at it with assemblers. But I can't complete that until I get reinforced plates done. So reinforced plates are really the thing holding us up right now so we can get Mark II stuff going on here. Did I block this off again? Oh, I climbed up the wrong one. Uh-oh. Whoop, no, no, no. Ah! All right. Well. All right, I think that's a good point for me to jump ahead here, and we are gonna grab some materials, like I said, hook all that up to power, and then I'm gonna probably just come back once I get some assemblers online for reinforced plates, because you guys see me set up reinforced plates. It's just gonna be taking screws and the normal iron plates, piping it up, getting the reinforced plates going, but we'll come back when all that is done, and I'll show you how I set it all up. So let me get to it, and we'll come back. Alrighty, we're back. Reinforced plates are online, so we have two sitting here. This should allow them to produce at 100% efficiency at all times. So we're just gonna be using pretty much just the manifold method for all of this. With the way the supply lines are gonna work underneath us, it's not gonna be possible really to split things off evenly too much. So it's gonna be a lot easier just to do kind of this overflow method and let things, you know, work at whatever pace that they're getting fed and not really worry about them being 100% efficient at all times. So let me walk through with you guys how I set all this up. So we did the power poles, like I said. We got them connected up. I did the wall outlet there. It goes to that power pole, to this one, brings it over. And then that connects underneath to the jelly lander, as well as a line comes up here. This one goes across, goes here, goes to these power poles. These power poles connect there. So if I ever wanted to bring this offline, just disconnect this. Easy enough. So as you can see, this wall bringing in screws. This wall's bringing in plates. Oh no, this wall's bringing in plates. And this wall is the return. So let me show you how all of this is set up. Because up till now, a lot of this has just been mocked up. So now this is the first time all this is going to be set up. So as you can see here, I might make some of this look a little nicer, but for now this is good. So because I wanted everything to be on kind of the same side, we have to do this weird little loop to get things back down. So what happens is the loops under us, plates, screws, rods, all of that stuff is coming in these lines. Oh, I love seeing that move. It's coming in, going onto the loop. You can see plates are here, screws are here. They're merging in here, merging in there, and going this way. So we're bringing in screws from here, and we're bringing in plates from here. Plates come in, go here, go up. Screws come in, go here, go up. Make the reinforced plates. Reinforced plates come back down the side of the building, come in this way, and they go down. And I think what I'm gonna do is set it up where this exterior loop is going to be the basic materials. So things like ingots, ores, if I ever need raw ores for something, plates, rods, screws, anything that's at the level of like constructors or less are pretty much going to be on this tier. Unless of course we get too much here and need to bring it in. But yeah, all this is going to be on the inner or the outer ring. The next ring in is going to be the assembler stuff. So as you can see, we bring it down, this line goes down, merges, and there you go. We got a little tiny conveyor line of reinforced plates right there. So the downside of this system right now, I don't really have any way to store it. So the only way I can get plates is either pull them directly off the line, or once the assemblers and all that get backed up, I can go in the assemblers and take out the 100 plates or whatever that it's gonna store internally. But for now, we don't really have a storage system set up. But that's how everything's set up. So I think what we need to do now is get things set up for box frames and rotors. So to do that, I need to collect more concrete. I have some concrete on me, not a whole lot. What is this, like 600 concrete? That does not build very far. So I need to go collect a bunch of concrete from out there. A little bit of concrete out there, not too much. Build this out this way. We'll probably try to expand this all the way out since this way isn't terribly far. And then probably, yeah, just out to there, make things even. And then what we'll do, we'll kind of duplicate this setup. And the same way we have assemblers here, feed lines and supply lines all here, they feed in. We'll do the same thing, basically copy paste this over here for box frames, a little bit further down for, what is it, rotors, and then again for like smart plating. I don't know, we'll see. We'll get things set up and see what works best. I really, to do that though, also need to expand out the supply lines, because obviously if I need to pull stuff up, I need the supply lines to extend out this way, so that way I have something to pull from, because right now things are only pulling vertically. I think that's how we're gonna keep it. I don't know if there's a way to pull things vertically then horizontally. I guess I could pull things from like here and then underneath, like stretch it out. But either way, I need to expand this floor, the floor below me, as well as the conveyor loop. I need to get all this stuff expanded. So that's gonna take me a bit. So let me grab some concrete, get some reinforced plates going, and we'll come back. And I guess we'll just come back to everything set up, because yeah, you guys have seen me set up the process for all the box frames and smart plating, things like that. So let me get things set up, and we'll come back in for our final checkup where all of our assemblers will be good to go and online. So let's do it. Alrighty, we are back. As you can see, I added the walls all the way across so that way we can do these little wall outlets here. I think at some point I want to work on a better way to hide these wires. I guess the best way to do it would be I could build a little box like on the outside of this and just use a double wall outlet so that way you don't see the lines going all the way across. That could be pretty cool, but that's a little tangent. Okay, so over here we got the reinforced plates. Here I believe we have rotors. Yeah, so same thing. We got rods and screws coming up. So here, screws, rods, and then over here are the rotors. So here comes a rotor, comes down, goes down. I'll show you guys the all underneath once I walk through this top section with you. So I only did as far as reinforced plates, rotors, and smart plating. I still have room, as you can see, to do modular box frames. I did extend this all the way out. So if we go over to the end here, or let me not go to the end, but you can see there's the end there, and we come up to the end there. Also expanded the floor underneath us, so that way we can bring everything up So right here is smart plating. And the great thing is smart plating takes reinforced plates and rotors. And since it's down the line from this, it was super easy just to bring things up and add it to this. So now we have smart plating coming out. So let me show you how everything is working. So let's head back downstairs. All right, let's go back downstairs. All right, so as you can see, it also expanded this all out. Pretty much all these assemblers are gonna be set up the same exact way with triple conveyor walls, normal walls, and triple conveyor walls again, because all assemblers are gonna be 2 input, 1 output, so that should be good. And obviously with the triple conveyor, that allows us to expand. So say if I needed multiple feed lines, just bring up another line, feed it in, good to go. I might even just like put these here just for aesthetics. Like even though there's nothing connected, but on the outside, that'd look really awesome. No one has to know that they're not actually doing anything. But yeah, that's how that's set up. So this is for rotors. So as you can see, we have screws and rods. They come in, they go up. Rotors come down, they go this way. And again, the reason why these zigzag and go down here is because I want the assembler stuff on this inner loop. So that goes down. And then if we come over to smart plating, same setup, except for the intake is over here. Oh no! Great. Oh, I'm back. Got my stuff. Came all the way back, ran back up. All right, let me show you how the smart plating is set up. So, since smart plating needs reinforced plates and rotors, which are assembly stuff, instead of pulling from that first line, which is here, which is screws, rods, and plates, we are pulling from the inner loop. So the inner loop extends out. Can't see because it's nighttime, but right there you can see the rotor coming across. Underneath it is plating. So those get pulled up. You can see rotors there, plating there. That comes up. Then we got the plates, rotors, they go up there, turn into smart plating. Smart plating comes down, goes along this line, and feeds back in. So now we got 3 rows. We got smart plating, rotors, reinforced plates, all being made on the inner loop, and we are golden. So next thing I need to do box frames. I don't know how important it is though at this point. I kind of just want to get the loop done, as well as getting like the copper factory resituated. Also need to show you, I expanded the factory floor quite a bit. So I think this is the max area I am gonna do, and holy cow, that is a factory floor. So as you can see, we went out to that rock face. Like I said, out there, we went out to this rock face before we start intersecting it. Cut down all the trees, and then we expand it out to there. I think I stopped here because right over there is some more nodes. I think there's like copper and iron nodes out there. There might be even other stuff out there, but I don't want to cover all that up. So I went out to there. That should be good. This should be a good thing. So now all we got to do, I say all we got to do, but we got to loop this, go all the way down there, all the way there, loop it all the way down this way and all the way back. We need to do that for every ring, and then for every item and height on the stackable conveyor pole. That is a lot of reinforced plates, and that's going to take me a ton of time to do. A lot of that is going to happen between episodes. No one wants to see that. I wish I didn't have to do it, but that's something that has to be done. I really need to get a ton of reinforced plates. So a lot of this is pretty much gonna be letting this game run probably while I'm doing other stuff. And then I'll come back, get reinforced plating, extend it out, get things going. But the good news is while reinforced plates are being done, we can work on the copper factory and getting that situated. That thing isn't even on the same grid as this factory and the iron factory, and even the concrete factory I put on the same grid as all of this. So we need to disassemble the copper factory, move it a bit. I think we're gonna move it probably over here. So that way we have a little bit more room. So in case we need to expand the copper factory or expand the iron factory, we have a little bit of room, a little bit of separation there. So yeah, I think that's gonna call it for this episode. We got all the assemblers online, massively expanded our factory to the point I think this is the final size. So that way next episode we can work on getting the copper factory done, bringing all that material over, the wire, the cable, and the copper sheets, adding that to this first tier of supply lines here. And then while that's being made, we can periodically check in, get reinforced plates, extend the loop out as needed, as much as we can while we're working on the copper factory. But that's gonna do it here. So, whoa, what is that? Oh, sun came up. That's what that was. I was like, wait, am I deconstructing stuff? That's exactly what that looked like. It looked like I was mass deconstructing all of a sudden. But yeah, we're gonna call it here. In the next episode, we're gonna take care of the copper factory. So until then, take it easy, everyone.